Hi everyone! In today's video, I want to talk about something that comes up all the time with my clients, especially those over 40. You are doing all the right things, eating clean, training regularly, even cutting carbs or skipping meals. But your belly fat won't sit. This is not about motivation or willpower. This is about your hormones. And until you address them, your body will keep holding on to the fat, even if you are doing everything else right. Okay, let's talk who this is for. This is especially for high-performing professionals, women and men over 40, who live full-on lives. You are juggling work, stress, travel, sleep issues. And also, you've tried keto, intermittent fasting, long cardio sessions, clean eating, eating less and training more. But your results plateau or even reverse. If that sounds familiar, keep watching. What is really going on with your metabolism? After 40, your metabolism doesn't just slow down. It reprograms itself based on how safe or stressed your body feels. That's where hormones come in. The 5 big ones we are going to look at are leptin, that tells leptin that tells your brain that you are full and stop eating. Insulin that controls fat storage and blood sugar levels. Cortisol, that is your stress hormone, and estrogen and testosterone that are crucial for mood, energy, and body composition. Things like skipping meals, poor sleep, chronic stress, or too much cardio can throw this out of balance, and your body starts storing fat, especially around the belly. Before we dive in, let me introduce myself. I'm Felisa Vicente, and I've got a bachelor's degree in sports science, focusing on physical activity and health. And I help successful executives over 40 reclaim their fitness, drop to below 15% body fat, reduce inflammation, and boost their energy with tailored nutrition and mobility methods to protect their lower back, knees, and shoulders. I've been in the fitness industry for over 25 years now. For the last decade, I've worked closely with high-performing executives in the financial world. Executives, CEOs, and business owners. I've been helping them transform their bodies, reduce pain, and regain their energy without risking their joints or disrupting their demanding schedules. That means that I understand firsthand how frustrating it can be when your body no longer matches your ambition. Many of my clients have built incredible careers, but now they struggle with a stubborn fat that won't drop, constant fatigue, and aches that make workouts feel risky. They are juggling back-to-back meetings, business travels, and family commitments that makes impossible to stick to rigid fitness plans or complicated meal plans. So we're gonna start by talking about how we can make smart shifts that is gonna balance our hormones. These shifts actually work. They are based in science. So this is actually what I coach my clients on, and we implement this step by step in a way that works with their real life schedules. So we're going to start with the shift number 1, which is eat protein and healthy fats within 60 minutes of waking up. Why? Because this calms cortisol and improves fullness signals. Balance leptin. For example, you can have a Greek yogurt with some seeds, a boiled egg, and nuts, or a quick protein smoothie. Number 2, eat greens first and lunch at dinner. Why? Because this slows down sugar absorption and balances insulin. For example, a side salad or a steamed broccoli before your main. Always eat the green first. Not at breakfast, but especially at lunch and dinner, right? Morning sunlight and light movement. First 30 minutes of the day. Why? Because it helps regulate circadian rhythm and energy. For example, you can go for a 10 minutes walk during your first call or stretch on the terrace with a coffee, especially in summer. Take your time. Number 4, avoid long gaps between meals. This prevents blood sugar crashes and cortisol spikes. For example, you can use your meeting as snacks anchors. For example, you can just take a few almonds, or you can have a boiled egg. It's not that you have to snack and eat crepes and chocolates, right? It's like you can have something that boosts your energy and makes that you don't wait too long for the next meal. Because if you have breakfast at 12 and dinner at 6, it's 6 hours, is a long time. So you can have like a small snack in between. For example, a protein shake mid-afternoon. If you have a protein shake that you mix the powder with water, actually it doesn't have more than 200 calories, 150, 130 calories. So that is not gonna be like a whole meal itself. Good. And the last one, eat good carbs in the evening. I mean good carbs, and I want to make a distinction here because I'm not telling you to eat crisps and cookies in the evening. Of course not. That's not what we are talking about here. What we're talking about is eating like broccoli or steamed carrots or tomatoes, cucumber, and like even lettuce, kale, spinach, all that in the evening. So why? Because this helps sleep quality and resets insulin sensitivity. You can also have quinoa or brown rice or a little bit of bread if you need it, brown bread. So, for example, you can have a sweet potato and salmon, or you can have a little bit of brown rice with some vegetables and a lean chicken at dinner. Here's why this works and why it's backed by science. Because after 40, many people develop some degree of insulin resistance, especially if they had years of stress, sleep issues, or they have been skipping meals. When you eat carbs during the day in a high stress, or you have been fasting, or you are in a very rush state that you're always on the go, your insulin response is weaker. Your body struggles to clear glucose from the blood, and that's gonna lead you to energy crashes and fat storage. But at night, when you are more relaxed, if you pair your carbs with protein and healthy fats, it's going to support a healthier blood sugar response. It's going to boost serotonin and melatonin that are great for sleep. And most importantly, it's going to allow you for better insulin sensitivity the following day. So instead of cutting carbs, you are using them strategically to restore metabolic function. So you can think of insulin like a key. So stress dulls the key. Sleep and proper carb timing sharpen it again. This is one of the simplest shifts that help Ben, one of my clients, and many others, and to start sleeping better and losing belly fat without extreme restrictions. One strategy that I use to kind of control blood sugar levels and reduce it is to use 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar before your higher carb meal. Doesn't mean that it's not going to make, and I'm not telling you to eat plate of spaghetti, but in your meals you have to add some carbs, good carbs. Why I recommend this? Obviously, mixed with water, because it lowers the glucose spikes and supports fat burning. Yes. How do I do it? Sometimes I can have just a little spoon into a big glass of water. It just tastes like salad. And also it's easier because as you have to eat your greens first, I just add vinegar to my salad before I start eating. So you can add it to salad dressing or mix it with water and lemon. You can do either of them. Why is different for men and women? These hormone shifts don't affect everyone in the same way, especially after 40. So I'm going to break it down because the way you reset your metabolism must be adapted depending on whether you are a male or a female. Let's start with women, especially after the 40s and 50s when they are nearly very, I need to charge. When they are peri or menopausal. So what's happened after 40? Estrogen starts to decline. And this can cause insulin resistance. So even if you're eating clean, your cells don't respond to insulin the same way. That means that your body stores more fat, especially around the belly, and your energy and mood can fluctuate more dramatically. Also, higher cortisol from aggressive fasting or overtraining. When your body is already dealing with hormonal fluctuations, skipping meals or pushing too hard with heat can actually spike cortisol, the stress hormone, that encourages fat storage, particularly around your midsection. So if we are stressed, doing a stressful exercise like heat doesn't actually help. Another thing that affects us is thyroid because it slows down. Excess stress and poor sleep can suppress thyroid function, which directly affects metabolism, mood, and energy levels. This is often overlooked, but it's actually crucial. Okay, so what actually helps? One thing that helps is to have stable eating times, to have a schedule for eating with enough protein and fiber to balance blood sugar. Make sure you have and prioritize protein in every meal. Another thing that actually helps is strength training. We need to choose a strength training over long cardio. Women think that doing strength actually is going to bulk her up. But in fact, strength training is very important, especially after 40, because we need that muscle mass. And doing stress protects lean muscle mass and supports metabolism. The last thing is grounding habits that calms the nervous system. So, for example, you can have light morning movement or a screen-free window or adding some magnesium or journaling or doing yoga or meditation or going for a walk. Whatever that calms your nervous system, that actually helps. Also, what kind of foods actually help? Specific foods like flax seeds and cruciferous vegetables like broccoli or kale, because these are going to help your body detox excess estrogen. Super important here to avoid skipping meals. Your body needs to feel safe to let go of stored fat, especially if you're gonna intermittent fasting. Don't skip your breakfast and go training straight away fasting. You have to eat first before training. For men, it's fine. For women, it's not. So one of my clients, for example, she's 45, she was eating clean, doing fasted workouts, and still gained weight. So what we did, we added a protein-rich breakfast, we reduced her fasting window, and we focused on her nervous system to support it. So she started sleeping better, and she dropped actually 3 centimeters of her waist in just 6 weeks without any extra effort. Now, why is different for men? Men experience a more gradual hormone decline, but it is still having a big impact. So, for example, there is a drop in testosterone, and this reduces muscle mass and increases fat storage, especially visceral belly fat. It can also lower drive, lower motivation, and also lower your confidence. Also, cortisol and poor sleep worsen the picture. So, chronic stress from long work hours, late meals, or irregular travel, that suppresses testosterone even more, while at the same time, it raises insulin and cortisol. The result, more belly fat, inflammation, and slower recovery. What does it mean? If we overtrain, if we overdoing cardio, we start losing muscle. So overdoing cardio is equal to muscle loss. And men often go back to what work at 30. When we are 30, we tend to go for a long run, extra gym time. But actually, without resistance training and recovery, they lose muscle and start fat loss. So they are trying to lose fat, but they get stuck. What actually helps? Number one, prioritizing sleep, more than 7 hours if possible, in a darkness room with the same wake up time. Try to get a schedule for waking up. Also, zinc rich foods like pumpkin seeds or seafood or dark chocolate. And also healthy fats like olive oil and avocado for testosterone. Number three, focus strength training, 2-3 times per week. It has to be focus. And number four, limiting alcohol and sugar, especially late at night. Try not to snack in sweets at night, and try to cut down on alcohol and keep it only for special occasions or one day at the weekend. Yeah. Another thing is that you have to avoid fasting windows longer than 14 or 16 hours without guidance. Too long can backfire on energy and hormones. I know high performers, they can do these things because they have a very strong will, and with their motivation, they can do anything. But sometimes this doesn't help. One of my male clients, for example, in his 50s, he started strength training just twice a week. He added more zinc and magnesium through food, and he started walking outside before work. In 8 weeks, he lost 5 kilos and said he had more focus and energy than he had in years without changing his work hours. It's just adding a small thing. And now you might be wondering, okay, and how do we implement this? So you don't have to do everything at once. Most of my clients start with 1 or 2 shifts, usually breakfast and movement, and we build from there. This isn't about being perfect. It's about making your body feel safe again. So your hormones start working for you, not against you. Even one shift done consistently can lead to less bloating, more energy, and finally seeing movement on the scale, especially around the belly. You're going to feel it on your clothes too. So let me tell you about my client Ben. Ben is in his 50s and he was stuck. He was doing everything right. He was eating clean, skipping breakfast, and training hard. But his belly fat wouldn't sit, and his sleep was terrible. So we made one key change. We added carbs in the evening. We reduced stress-driven fasting, and we focused on strength over cardio. In just 6 weeks, he lost 5 kilos. He slept deeper, and he felt sharper at work. No calorie tracking, no extreme plans, just smart science-backed shifts. And this is what he said. He sent me a message the other day. Honestly, Felisa, this is the first time in years I've felt in control of my body again. Adding carbs back in at night sounded backwards, but I'm sleeping better and waking up with more energy. Down 5 kilos already, and I haven't changed my work schedule or done anything extreme. Just consistent shift. Appreciate your guidance. Thank you, Ben. I appreciate your comment too. Now, if you've been nodding along thinking, that's me, I've tried everything and it still isn't working, this is exactly why I created the Movability Method. It's not another diet. It's not a hardcore training plan. It's a personalized system built specifically for high performers over 40 whose bodies and hormones don't respond the way they used to. What makes Movability different? Inside Movability, we focus on 3 core pillars. Fitness, that protects your joints and resets your metabolism. No long workouts, just smart training that fits into your week. And no matter where you are, even if you're traveling. Nutrition that's flexible and hormone friendly. No tracking or restrictions. So it's just real meals that calms cravings and improve energy. And mentorships, because mentorship is going to keep you on track so you stay consistent even with travel, work pressure, or disrupted routines. This is designed for people like you who wants results but also want something sustainable, realistic, and grounded in science, and that actually fits into your routine and your lifestyle. So, are you ready for a clear plan? Well, if this hit home and you want a clear, personalized roadmap for what's really going on with your body and what to do about it, you can book a free consultation with me. We're going to look at your current habits, hormone profile, and lifestyle. And I'm going to show you exactly what's keeping the weight around your belly and how to fix it. Just drop me a word saying consult in the comments or message me directly and I'll send you the booking link. You can also find it on my bio. There is no pressure at all. It's just a conversation to help you understand your body and what are the next steps to do. Thank you for watching. And if you have any questions or want to explore how this could work for you, don't hesitate to reach out. I'm here to help. Bye.